Hey, this is Pastor Dale. Just want to talk to you a little bit about what's going on these days and how we're doing church. I know I'm talking to many of you who are part of the Foothill Community Church family. Also many of you who are new. Maybe you've just joined through the live stream. Maybe you just stumbled on it and spent some time with us. I want to just let you know some of our thinking and what we're doing here at Foothill Church these days. We are all committed to a long haul. Who knows, months. And so we are kind of planning on a pace, more of a marathon pace, as we move through these next weeks than a 100-yard dash. One of the things that I want us to really be dialed in on is maintaining the rhythms and the routines that sustain us. It's often normal at a time like this when there's a disaster or crisis to go offline. And let's not do that, okay? What rhythms have sustained you? Exercise, eating kale. Kale hasn't been part of my rhythm, but if it has been, get kale. Make sure you wash it before you eat it, though. And the spiritual rhythms, journaling, getting up early in the morning, if that's what you've been doing, why not continue to do that? Get dressed. Don't sit around in your pajamas all day. What rhythms have sustained you? And please be even more deliberate these days in dialing into those. I want you to know that we, as a local church, are part of the Southern California Conference of Churches, and our conference leadership has been with us in this and communicating with us. And so the way we're doing church, with closing down the campus and live streaming with a less than 10 number in here, keeping social distance, is all under the sort of the umbrella or within the guidelines of what our conference leadership is expecting and saying to us. So we're going to continue to live stream every Sunday morning from the sanctuary. This team is doing a good job, and you can tell by the backdrop that things have changed. Again, we're in this for the long haul, but all of the changes are to help us do a better job of live streaming. You will be receiving, you that are part of the family, stuff from Stephanie and Jamie and Gail about how we do church during the week. And Stephanie has sent out some fantastic stuff for children and is doing some online teaching. We're talking about how to do adult ed. Can we do that at 9:30, 9:15 on Sunday mornings? Why not? We had a membership class planned. Why couldn't we do that? So we're looking at continuing some of those things using the technology we have available to us. I want to say again, just thank you so much, and these guys are still in here, people who have made this possible through technology, just given their lives. Some of them are working overtime because they work at Azusa Pacific, and because of what's going on there, ramping up all the technological needs, and yet they're still giving hours here to work, and I've named them so many times before. A final comment. We have the capability of staying connected virtually. So I hope you will make it a part of your everyday to maybe quiet yourself and reflect who in the Foothill community or in my neighborhood could use a touch, a virtual touch. And would you call 2 or 3 people or email 2 or 3 people or FaceTime or text 2 or 3 people just to let them know. Maybe you could get on a Zoom chat with 6 or 8 or 10. Are there creative ways the small groups could continue to meet? I mentioned previously that I had gone to a couple of widows in my neighborhood and knocked on their door and then stood back 10 feet just to stay, how you doing? Do you need anything? And they assured me they're okay, but I made them promise to call me if something happened, even in the middle of the night. This is a time when the church can walk a path that reflects Christ in real bright ways. And so I just want to admonish you to kick some of those care things into a higher gear in these times. And I'm praying for you and carrying many of you in my heart. Some of you who are pregnant, some of you who are on the front line, some of you are working in hospitals. You are putting yourself in harm's way. And we pray for you and we carry you. God be with you, and may you experience his strong arms around you. Some of you who are pregnant, wondering, what is this going to do to my unborn child? May you experience the peace of the Lord. Oh God, may you experience the peace of the Lord in this time. Love you all. One of these days we'll get back together and fill this sanctuary. I don't know what it'll look like when we do, but I'm looking forward to it. In the meantime, I virtually love you. So long.